Welcome back to the shipyard. I know that many of you were anticipating an answer to the Vorcha, but trust me, cadets, patience is a virtue. Instead, today we have Federation, and with it, an Excelsior class. Now I know many of you were hoping for a Galaxy, knowing that we have a Vorcha and a Dideridex, both starter ship classes, but trust me, this one is an absolute game changer, and you'll see why very shortly. So this ship, not the Enterprise B, you can breathe a sigh of relief there. Not the Crazy Horse, not the Melbourne, nope, it is the ship from Homefront, and that is the USS Lakota. You've got base stats of 3154, just like every other Excelsior class, but the key here is the named ability. When attacking, you may convert one of your hits into a critical. If you do so, you take an auxiliary power token. Now, this is not an ability that you're going to use every single time you attack, but that is perfectly fine. What excites me is that this is an ability that you're going to use when it really counts, when it's going to make a difference between inflicting just normal damage or critical damage to an enemy's hull. And if you do that right, you can win games, because things like direct hit, stunned helmsman, warp core breaches, those are critical hits that alter the course of a game, and they swing it in your favor, and that is what makes this ship, just a named ship, worth playing. Now, of course, if you really are worried about the auxiliary power, you can avoid using this, or you can just take the generic. It's perfectly fine. You lose a weapon slot, you lose a shield, but you save those 2 points. That's fine. You get those options. Nobody's going to judge you for that. Okay, I might judge you, but, I'm not playing at your venue, so don't worry about it. Still, the Excelsior. Maneuver dial, it's okay. It's a big, bruising ship. It's got that 180 arc, so the hard turns are red. It's flyable, though. The 180 arc is going to keep a lot of ships in firing position. You're going to have options of who to shoot, and that makes it really cool, very useful. I love the model. I love the ship. It is something that is worth playing. Now, like any good ship, you have to have a captain, and this captain is Erica Bentine. For an action, you can disable her, and all of your weapon upgrades have to have at least one to disable, to target a ship at range 1 to 3. Your ship cannot attack the target ship, and that ship cannot attack your ship. Well, this is pretty good, right? You can trade up. You can use this to target a bigger enemy ship, a more threatening enemy ship. They can't shoot at you. They have to shoot at somebody else. And now you still have to shoot at somebody else, but your other ships can shoot at the big ship. So it's an action that's not absolutely perfect. You're not going to do it all the time. But in the right situation, down to like a 2-on-2 battle, right? It's the middle of combat, life's happened, both sides have taken some losses. This is something that helps you control the flow of the game and maybe use it in your favor. It's kind of a last-ditch scenario, but it's something that I'd rather have that option to pull out of my hat and say, ha, now I've got you. And if you do that, your opponent's not going to be expecting it. They're not going to quite know how to react, and you might throw them off their game just a little bit, and all of a sudden they're going, oh no, what do I do? And that's where you strike. So, probably not the best captain in the world, not somebody that's going to see a ton of play outside of a blind booster, but as a captain in a blind, look out for her, because she's got something there. Now, as you may remember, in the episode, she was ordered by Admiral Layton, the scumbag, to destroy the Defiant. But of course, she defied orders, and that is where we get our elite talent. So for 4 points, you can take the Defy Orders talent. And at the end of the activation phase, after all ships have moved, if you have an enemy ship in your forward firing arc, you can discard this card to immediately perform an additional green or white maneuver. You cannot attack during the round you use this ability. Alright, now why is this any good? Well, really, this card is all about board positioning and setting yourself up to be in a good position for next round. And maybe you use this card to get out of a position where maybe you're getting shot at by 2, 3, 4 ships, and you might die if you stay where you're at. So I'm looking at this card and I'm going, hey, I'm definitely considering it, because there are a lot of times where you get in this really bad position because of the way your opponent flies. They just outfly you, and this is a last laugh and going, ha, you thought you had me, now you don't. Does it really stink losing your attack for a round? Yeah, but you typically get about 4, 5, 6 rounds of combat in a game, sometimes more. Losing one of them probably isn't going to kill you. It might. You gotta make a judgment call here. I don't think this is the absolute gotta take it. I think I'd rather have this in my toolbox than not have it when it comes to a blind ship. Next up, we've got Crewman Tuvok. Now you're going, wait a minute, what is Tuvok doing on the Lakota? I thought he was on Excelsior with Sulu, and you're right, he was. But blind boosters have been a little notorious for giving us people in weird places. I know Tasha Yar on the Prakesh. Hey, the Lakota didn't have a lot of crew that we saw, so I'll take this. I'll take getting a named guy in a weird place. It works out for me. Tuvok's ability. At any time, you may discard this card to perform a scan action as a free action. Well, for 3 points, it's a little pricey, but in a blind booster scenario, it works out. Plus, it is super thematic in-game, because Tuvok was on Excelsior, and Excelsior's named ability is to do a scan action for free if no enemy ship is at range 1. So we've got some scan synergy of a guy that was on Excelsior. It works out. Go with me, guys. Is this an absolute gotta-have card? Again, no, but I like it in certain situations, and to me, that makes it cool. It makes it interesting. So, Tuvok, cool card. Really straightforward. Does something useful. One scan in the course of the game could make a difference. Could not. But, again, it's an ability I'd rather have than not have, and to me, that's worthwhile. The tech in this pack is micro power relays. For an action, you can repair 1 non-critical damage to your hull, or for an action, you can flip over all critical damage cards assigned to your ship. Very straightforward card. 3 points lets you do either one of those. And I find this card really intriguing. I think that this is a sleeper card, because it's a card that you can use when you're going to be out of position and you've already taken some damage, and now you've got 1 more durability. It's a card that once you own this ship and you can now mix and match, you can start combining it with some of the stuff from the USS Hood, and now this with system upgrades gets you a lot more durability, and I can really see this being a very useful card when it comes to survivability. Yeah, it's a little action intensive, but the Federation, more than any other faction, has ways to get extra actions. And taking an action to survive a little bit longer is probably worth it. So, micro power relays, not like this top tier amazing card, but a good, solid card that is a perfect utility card in a blind booster, and I think is a good utility card that will fit into some Federation fleets, probably not all, but is going to be a useful card going forward. I saved the best card in this pack for last, and I went a little bit out of order to do it. But that card is Upgraded Phasers. When attacking with your primary weapon, gain +1 attack die. And you're going, okay, David, we've seen this before. That's Type 8 phasers from the USS Hood. Yeah, stick with me. Once per round, if you hit an attack squadron with your primary weapon, you may immediately make a second attack against that same target. Aha! There we go. Now, there are some caveats of costing extra points on non-Federation, primary weapon has to be 3 or less, so this isn't universally applicable, you can't stick it on everything. But, upgraded phasers are going to change this game. 100%. Straightforward. I am declaring that right now. The meta in this game is shifting. This card will be at the forefront of it. The course of Star Trek Attack Wing changes with a card like Upgraded Phasers, and it will never, ever, ever be the same. Mark my words right now. Done. That being said, WizKids, please, 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 give us more cards like this for other factions without the super cost of 8 points. The other factions want cards like this. Klingons, Romulans, Dominion. Everybody wants a card to deal with fighters, with attack squadrons. They need a way to mitigate them. Not necessarily an auto-include card, but something just to have and something to boost attack dice. They're not like absolute gotta-haves, but it would help. It would help the game so much to just find ways to boost stuff up. Alright, that's my soapbox. So, upgraded phasers. This is the absolute gotta-have card to put on the Lakota in this blind booster. The other stuff you can kind of build as you want, but this card is the one that you are putting on this ship no matter what, I guarantee you. So, overall, I don't have a card in this pack I don't like, and that really, really excites me. Defy Orders is probably the one I'm most skeptical of, and I'm okay with that. Erica Bentine, I'm a little skeptical of, but I know her use because it's attack redirection. And again, I'm okay with that. It's not perfect, and we'll live with it. I think that the cards in this pack, the Lakota, the upgraded phasers, the micropower relays, those are 3 amazing cards that will change the direction of this game. And that's what these blind boosters are meant to do. This game is not going to look the same in a year or even in 6 months that it does right now. And that is the best thing that could possibly happen for the health of Star Trek Attack Wing. Now, if you will permit me a little bit of a soapbox, I have to give a big thank you to the community. You guys have been amazing, absolutely amazing watching these videos. You guys have given me over 1,000 views on each of them. Keep it up. You guys are making me laugh with the memes saying, hey, you got another preview video? All the other things. You guys make me laugh. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You guys are proving why Star Trek fans are the best fans. I'm stealing that line from Jim. And again, you guys are showing why this community can be amazing when it wants to be amazing. And I love that the community is coming together for these and finding the new innovative ways to make these things work, right? We are brainstorming, we are putting things together and going, oh, this could work. Oh, this could work. Oh, what about this? And the creativity that you guys are coming up with is fantastic. Like, I have not seen anything like it in a long time out of this community, and you guys rock. Like, keep it up, keep doing what you do, because you guys are making me excited about this, and when I'm excited about this, I know you guys are excited about this, and it's this great circle, and the more we do that, the better off we are. So, keep doing what you do, and I'll keep doing what I do, and when that happens, everybody wins. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, WizKids event system. Go find events. Talk to your local stores. Encourage them to get the blind boosters. They're coming for Temporal Cold War. They'll be out for a year, so look for them in October, November timeframe. And when they get here, they'll be awesome. I look forward to continue sharing with you. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.